As we ramp up towards round 5 of this year's Rugby Championship competition, I'm going to take a look at the two teams that I think are going to be playing next weekend between Argentina and South Africa in Santiago in Argentina. So let's get into it right now. G'day everyone, welcome to Inside Rugby with Mark. If you haven't been here before, my name is Mark. I'm a retired Kiwi bloke, huge rugby fan, living here in beautiful Mexico. Okay, getting into the show today, and I'm going to give you my two selections for the teams that are going to play next Saturday between Argentina and South Africa. I've been watching the form, of course, across the Rugby Championship, looked at the squads that the two teams have put together for this particular game, and going to give you my hits on what I think is going to happen. So have a look at the two teams that I've selected, and then let me know what your thoughts are around those particular players. Okay, let's start off with Argentina and have a look at who they're going to put in their team. And we will start off with their forwards. So in the front row, we're going to see, I think, Gallo, Montoya and Sclavi. I think Montoya and Sclavi played very well indeed against Australia. Sclavi in particular was really good in open play, as was Montoya, and I think we're going to see those three start in the front row. Then moving on to the locks, I think we're going to see Pitti and Lavanini again for Argentina. We all know Lavanini's a little bit fragile when it comes to sensitivity, but if he can keep himself on the field, he can play well for this Argentinian team, and I thought he did so against Australia. Now moving on to the back three for Argentina in the forwards, and I think this is going to be one of the critical competitions within this game, is going to be the loose forwards. And Argentina are really packing it with a good loose trio at the moment, and I don't think we're going to see any changes there. So it's going to be Pablo Matera, it's going to be Marcos Crema, and it's going to be Juan Martin Gonzalez. And those three are playing very, very well. For me, Matera and Gonzalez are the standout players in this Argentinian team at the moment, but they're going to have to be on their mettle taking on this South African team. So there you go, there's the starting 8 that I think are going to take the field for Argentina. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if there's anybody different that you would be having in this starting 8, let me know in the comments. Okay, let's take a look at the Argentinian backline that I think is going to start this game for them, and we'll start off at number 9, and I think it's going to be Bertrand again. I don't think Contepomi has found the right number 9 for this team. I just think they're looking for someone that has a little bit different attributes than what we're seeing from Velez and from Bertrand. But he's going with, I think he'll go with Bertrand again. They played well against Australia, and I think Contepomi is going to be a little bit dubious in terms of trying to start something new against South Africa. So expect to see Bertrand, I think, at number 9. And then moving outside for him, one of the finds for Argentina so far this season has been Albanoz at number 10. Expect him to start again, and as I've said in previous videos, I think his performance in this game could be the make or break for Argentina. Moving on to the centres, and I don't think we can go beyond Choco Barras and Cinti for Argentina. They've been playing really well all season. They've got a really good combination too, which I like. And not only in the offensive play, they're very good when it comes to defense as well. So expect to see Choco Barras at 12 and Cinti at 13. Moving on to the wings for Argentina, I think Delgai played very well in the last game. Mateo Carreras is always a very good player for me. He's one of those hungry little wingers. He's not a big guy, but he's got a lot of pace. He's got a very good fleet of foot, and he can break through a defense pretty easy. You've got to have your hands and eyes on Mateo Carreras all the time, so expect him to be selected in the starting backline for this game. And then at fullback, Cruz Malia I think is going to be in there for sure. He's also been playing pretty well this season, and I think Contepomi has got a pretty easy choice when it comes to his backline for this game. So there we go, there's my starting 15 for the Argentinian Los Pumas. Now who we're going to see coming in off the bench? Well, for me, it's going to be a 5-3 split, and we're going to see Ruiz, Vives, Bello, Molina and Oviedo as far as the forwards go. And in the backs, we're going to see Grondona, Garcia and Santiago Carreras. And I think with Carreras coming off the bench, it does give Argentina another strike weapon, which I think is important, particularly when we're going to see the bomb squad come on. So look out for Santiago Carreras to have a potential impact in this game after 60 minutes or so. Going to be an interesting one. But there you go, that's who I think is going to come off the bench for Argentina. So there's the complete squad for next weekend's game, in my opinion. Let me know in the comments what you think, and particularly the fans from Argentina. Have I missed anybody else out that you would have in there, considering injuries and everything else that's going on at the moment? Right, let's move on and talk about South Africa now. So who do I think is going to start this game for South Africa? Well, Rassie sent an interesting squad as far as I am concerned over to Argentina. He's going to want to make sure that he wins this Rugby Championship handsomely by winning this game and then winning the return game in Nelspruit in South Africa. Let's have a look at the forwards first. And in the front row, I would have Thomas the Tank du Toit. I'd have Malcolm Marx, and I have Ox in Chair. I think Ox in Chair has been one of the best South African players going around in this Rugby Championship. He's really going very, very well indeed. Maybe he's eating a lot more cake, I don't know, who knows, but whatever he's doing, it's working. So I think that's going to be the front row, and I think it's going to be good to see Malcolm Marx getting a start in this game for South Africa as far as I'm concerned. Looking at the locks now, this could be an interesting one, but I think what Rassie's going to do, he's going to stick with what we've seen's been working. Eben Etzebeth will play and start, and I think Ruan Nortje will be getting a start as well. I think they did very well against the All Blacks, and as I say, I think Rassie's going to be really focusing on winning this first game in Argentina, because I think he feels as though South Africa have probably got this covered when they go back to South Africa. But if there's any nerves or doubt at all, it's going to be around this game when Argentina in front of their home crowd. So I think that's why we're going to see Etzebeth and Nortje start this game for South Africa. Okay, now moving on to the back three and the forwards for South Africa, and I think we're going to see Ben Jason Dixon, I think we're going to see Siya Kolisi, and I think we're going to see Lowe at number 8. Probably you're going to disagree with me on one or two of these choices, but I'm putting these guys in because I think Ben Jason Dixon deserves another go. Rassie pulled him off in that game when he wasn't going too well against the All Blacks, but I think he'll get a go against Argentina, and I'm a big fan of Ben Jason Dixon. If you've been watching my videos, you'll know that I really like the guy. I rate him. He's going to be an outstanding superstar for the Springboks team going forward, and I think we're going to see him start this game against Argentina. We're going to see Siya Kolisi start this game because I think with the way that he's playing at the moment, I've seen him playing very, very well in that green and gold jersey, and I think he's going to continue that trend, plus his leadership and what he brings on the field other than just his playing ability. I think is going to be important to settle the South African team down at the beginning of this game. And then I think we're going to see Lowe come in. I think we've seen Visa play very, very well, but I like Lowe. I think he brings a different dimension for the Springboks team at number 8, and I'd like to see him get a go there. So there you go, that's my starting 8. I think that'll start the game against Argentina. Let me know in the comments where I've got them wrong and who you would be putting in there. Okay, moving on to the back line, and who would I pick to start the game for South Africa in the backs? Well, we'll start off at number 9, and of course, unfortunately, Grant Williams is injured and he's unable to travel to Argentina for this particular game. I had him in my starting 15 for this game, so I'll take him out and put in Cobus Reinhardt. Not my favourite halfback, but nor is Jaden Hendricks, so with Cobus Reinhardt for this game. So he'll start, and outside of him I see Handré Pollard starting. Like against the All Blacks, I think Rassie's going to go for this combination where we see stability, game control, good kicking strategy, let the South African forwards get on top of the Argentinians, and then we start to see the game open up a little bit, and you'll see with my bench how that will probably play out. So I think we're going to see Pollard at number 10 for this game. And then moving outside him, we're going to see Lucano Arm in the 12 jersey, and we're going to see Jesse Kriel in the 13 jersey as far as I'm concerned. I think we haven't seen the best yet of Lucano Arm since he's come back, and Damien Diolandi played exceptionally well against the All Blacks in that second test in Cape Town. I think he needs a bit of a rest, and that's why he's not in the team. And we'll see him again, I'm sure, once the clash gets back to South Africa in Nelspruit. And then the starting wingers for me, Arendse and Mapimpi. And then at fullback, we're going to see Fassi again, who's impressed me in the games that he's played so far this season. So there you go, that's my Springboks starting 15. Let me know what you think. I'm going to talk about my bench now for South Africa. It might surprise you a little bit. So let's have a look at the bench, and we'll start off in the forwards, and I think we're going to see Steenkamp, Vincent Koch, Grobelaar, Quagga Smith, Van Rensburg and Van Staden. That's going to be my bench. Okay, now looking at the reserves backs, and I think we're going to see Jaden Hendrikse and we're going to see Manny Lebok. And that's going to be really interesting. Now, the other thing that Rassie might do in this game is he might go 5-3 split, and we might see Jaden Hendrikse, Manny Lebok and Kanan Moody in the bench, and that would mean that one of the forwards would drop out, and I'd probably think that would be Marco van Staden. So consider that as another option for Rassie. If he does go 5-3, I think we might see that split. Otherwise, if it's 6-2, it's going to be Jaden Hendrikse and Manny Lebok for me. So there we go, we're a week away from the game between Argentina and South Africa. Those are my picks for the two teams. Get into the comments now, let me know who you would choose for this team, and I look forward to reading all of those. Okay, well that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching my videos, for supporting my channel. Here are 5 quick ways in which you can do that. If you like to support my content in any of these ways, I would be very, very grateful indeed. Now, I'm going to be back with plenty more content. Tomorrow I'll do my teams for the Australia versus New Zealand game. We'll have a look at those. And then, of course, we move into the week of build-up for these two games. And I'll be putting out plenty of videos about those as we go forward. So watch out for those. I'll see you again really soon here on Inside Rugby with Mark. Until then, stay well, stay safe, everybody. And have a great day. Enjoy your rugby no matter where you are across the world. And I'll see you again very, very soon. It's time to say adios from beautiful Mexico. Bye for now.